Alright, guys. Actually, I need... Hey, don't hurt yourself. I need to sleep. I've done forgot. Here we go. God, it's loud. Sorry about this. Alright. Doink, doink, doink. Alright. 19! Day 19. Thank you. Hold on. I'm now going between 3 different settings. Deneb, HardCore, and snapshots. I've been doing snapshots lately. And, I guess that's all I can do. Done. Okay. And so, of course... Sorry, that was a weird sound. What am I saying? oh, and every time I switch back and forth, the settings change. Now, that appears to be an ogre in the distance. Or a two-headed guy. Some kind of... Hello, don't yell, please. Alright, I have to collect my thoughts. There seems to be dead things around here. Oh, there you are. I heard you. So, I think I might leave town. I realize I just started a project here, but I have a new reason to want to move on, and that is because I've installed a 12th mod. Now, of course, I want to say of course. Oh man, those things are noisy. Oh, crap. I have so lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really bad at this sometimes. Excuse me. Okay. What do I want? I don't even know what those are for. These I want all my tools. I don't need all the seeds. Those are overkill. Mangrove sapling. I like the saplings, though. I don't need eggs. Don't need clovers or anemones. Oh, that's a bear I'm hearing. Okay. I don't really need any of this stuff. That's stuff I can probably get again later. Sword. That guy's nearly gone. I don't really need these stones. I mean, if I need them in the future, maybe. Ooh, I probably don't need a stone pickaxe at this point. Potatoes would be nice. Sugarcane I can get anytime. Cooked mutton. I don't need feathers. I can get that anytime. Wooden supplies are necessary. I don't need flint. Alright. I might come back to this someday. But, you know, all apologies aside, please don't let me die. I say that because my last game, or my last hardcore game, ended on the 19th day. So this is sort of an anniversary of death. Okay, I wasn't sure if I was seeing that correctly. Anyways, I have installed... I was holding out for better dungeons, and I still would probably prefer to have it, but I found something called Dungeon Pack instead, which looks decent. So I'm going to try that for a while. Because, again, the point of this, aside from entertainment, is to see what my options are. And I need to know if this is one. In part because... Well, in part because now that I've been snapshotting 1.7, I do like some of what they do with the biomes. Not exclusive to Biomes of Plenty, but they have their marshlands or swamplands are better in certain ways. And the fact that snow can now be a altitude centric, like if you have mountains, the snow doesn't. There's snow, but it's at higher altitudes and such. That's smart. Apparently, the borders, like rivers, are often now the borders between biomes better than they were before, and that's good. There are new flowers. In fact, there are enough new flowers that I might even go without Pam's Harvestcraft on the server, just to simplify things a little bit, you know, if necessary. This is a strange little ravine. Neat. Ooh. So, you know, that's my thinking there. But I still need a place to assign undead to. And I've been going over... Today was meant to be a day of examining the biome configurations for biomes of plenty versus Mo creatures to come up with places I could put undead. And the thing that occurs to me there is if I do that, they might spawn during the day in those places and then immediately burn up, which would be a little strange. Not necessarily fatal, but a little strange. Whoops. So there is that. I should investigate because, oh man. They're going to force me to go through here. Alright, I'm going to make a boat. So, nice thing about boats, though, is you don't get hungry while you're using them. At least you didn't used to. I'm not sure about it now anymore. But if I can have dungeons as a natural place to put beasts and undead, that would work out ideally. And suppose, from what I'd seen from better dungeons, that looked like it was sort of already doing that. And I could turn them off most everywhere else. Not necessarily everywhere else, but most everywhere else. Oof. Man, boats are harder to navigate than they used to be. They used to be easier. I need to do this more. Ah! I knew it, damn it. Well, that's a neat view. The shader looks almost better underneath than above. Alright, fine, I'll swim. Why am I hearing a spider? Sorry for the swimming, folks. So yeah. That's my thought process at this point. Oh, I hope this isn't a huge biome. I did notice in the configurations that there are a number of biomes that have the word dead in them, and that doesn't necessarily mean much, but like dead swamps, dead forest, dead lands. These are places where I would think undead would be more likely to spawn as a matter of course rather than regarding a dungeon. I have recently been learning to mod very slowly. I only have a little time to devote to it, and I assume biomes are one of the harder things to do, probably next to creatures. But I would like there to be a very specific, like old ruins, like a cityscape, a devastated cityscape. Like maybe what was the vast expanses of, let's say, Manhattan, but long since destroyed. Supposedly this... Yep, there, I got my particles. I'm regenerating. That's pretty cool. There was a spot I found in another world where these were spawning underground, but there were purple versions that hurt you. This is a nice looking spot. I wonder how hard it's... Ooh, that's weird. So, yeah. I've already lost my train of thought again. I'm sorry. Oh... But I'm looking into this as a potential alternative. Hi, Wolfie. Warthog. Horse. Oh, man. Ah! Crap. I mean, it's nice looking down here, but I don't have the time for you. Let's go. What biome do you think that is? I upped the... I was giving these mods... Or I was giving the Forge configuration 2 gigs of RAM before, but I've upped it to 4 because on the Deneb server, I was using the shaders and I was getting some pretty bad graphic performance. So I upped it to 4. Maybe that'll help, maybe it won't. One would imagine it would help, but one can be wrong. Apparently I'm going to go swimming again. It's full of stars. So, yeah. I'd like to find... Look, the sun's already on its way down. And I haven't seen any dungeons. And that's what I'm looking for at this point. However, you can expect this week, between this edition and my looking at the configurations, to see some spawn changes, hopefully. I really want to come up with something that will work in terms of assigning nightly monsters to specific places rather than everywhere at night. That's pretty important to me. And the one clue for me as to how to do that might come from looking at the configuration for this sort of slime cube guys. The problem is they might have a unique configuration, well, a unique code behind them, as some things do, like villagers and witches and stuff like that. They have unique code, so I might not have configurable access to them. That's a really nice. I like this. Ooh, look at that. This is a gorgeous area. Ooh, look at that. The contrast is nice. It's full of elephants. But I cannot stay. I cannot stay for long. How about, guys, I do... Ooh. Ow. Well, I'm okay on... How would you like it if I started doing double days? Sometimes, you know, like when I'm in transit like this and I'm trying to stay alive, it's not quite so fun to have to... Well, just a 10-minute episode. I don't know. I feel like it was a short thrift for you guys to watch me walk and talk about mods. What's this over here? I thought I saw a flame for a second. Yep, okay. I did. Crap. Looks like I have to go by sea yet again. This, though, looks like a more applicable sea. Let's see. Boink. Come back. I mean, I can go until midnight if it stays on the water, right? What am I seeing? Oh, it's another landscape. Oh, it's just the sky looks strange. Okay, never mind. Tropics. I don't believe I've run into the tropics before in my various explorations. Sorry if it's a bit dark. That looks nice. I like it. Let's go around. It's loading a bit slow, though. That's the thing I'm worried about with these mods is for Catherine and apparently my brother as well, performance is a bit rough on Deneb. So adding mods is going to make that slightly worse. Not horribly worse, but slightly. Hey, hey! There we go. There we go. There's a thing. Do I see something up there? But is that up there because of... Because it's night? Or because... What am I seeing? Looks like a spawner of some sort. It's a bit plain looking. Oh, there's a... That guy looks nasty. Okay. Well, how about I settle in? Oh, maybe not that way. Let's go over here. And... Oh, crap. Hey! What did I hit? Is that a green horse? I'm not sure about green horses. Does that make him a zombie? Okay, guys, let's try this. Alright, alright. I will be back with you guys on day 20, and we will explore this thingy.